Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm an astrologer who will be talking with you today from the Pacific Northwest for my second video in this ongoing discussion about astrology and the relationship between the cycles of planets and the activities of people and events on the Earth. For many years, I was a guest on a blog talk radio show called Discovering Nature's Spirit with the delightful host Laura Rose. We would discuss the astrological references for each of the 12 signs for topics such as food, gifts, words, travel, humor, even the movie sets for each zodiac sign, and a variety of other topics. And we received a lot of wonderful feedback from people that they connected with words and phrases and archetypes that related to themselves and their loved ones. So since the planets are historically intense right now, I'm going to add one of these light, fun segments. And I will continue to do that from time to time. Today we're looking at a photograph of a variety of peppers taken at Seattle's iconic Pike Place Market. And I'll use this backdrop for the segment about food associated with each astrological sign. Please note that these lists are my lists, and they're not all-inclusive, yet more of a list of my observations and experiences of studying this subject, the language of astrology, and interacting with people in their particular sign. I'm always happy to hear from people with their own experiences to further add more additions to this list. So with that in mind, let's talk about food, places to eat that is associated with each sign of the zodiac. So we'll start with Aries, and right away anything hot and red. Food that's cooked in fire, ovens, barbecues. Foods associated with Aries are basil, cayenne pepper, cranberries, garlic, ginger, horseradish, mustard, onion, rhubarb, radishes, and a dessert for Aries would be ginger cookies. For the sign of Taurus, anything sweet and earthy. Taurus is the gourmet of the zodiac. They have one of the strongest senses of taste of all the signs. And foods associated with Taurus: apples, apricot, grapes, honey, ice cream, jelly, molasses, pears, potato. I've never met a Taurus who does not love potato in some form. Spinach, fruit juice, and wine. And a favorite dessert for Taurus is apple pie. For the sign of Gemini, the Geminis I know, they like to grab quick food where they can talk and interact with people, such as an internet cafe. And lighter food is always associated with Gemini, such as salads and grains, carrots, celery, parsley, always bubbly waters, and a dessert for a Gemini is a sorbet. For the sign of Cancer, home cooking, things from the farm, things from the garden, or things from the water, but particularly foods that nourish. And foods associated with Cancer are cabbage, cheese, clams, cucumber, eggs, lettuce, chickens, lobster, shrimp, melons, mushroom, pumpkins, and milk. And a dessert for the sign of Cancer, cheesecake. For Leo, I've always told people, take a Leo to a sunny restaurant or have them in a dining room that is very, very sunny. They will enjoy that, particularly bright colors or something tropical or dramatic. All citrus fruits are associated with the sign of Leo. Lemons, oranges, grapefruits, all of them. Other foods include almonds, cinnamon, olives, gin, walnuts, and a dessert for a Leo is a lemon meringue pie. For the sign of Virgo, fine dining, white tablecloth, silverware, cloth napkins, clean and simple food. Also for Virgo, which rules groceries, recipes, and dining rooms, with that connection to clean, pure, perfect food that goes through them. They don't like additives or preservatives. salads, cereals, oats, rye, wheat, nuts, particularly white fish, and water. And a dessert for the sign of Virgo is the very simple vanilla ice cream. For Libra, they like comfort when they're dining. Drapes or linens. They like beautiful music and decorations. They're also considered to be one of the gourmets of the zodiac, and they particularly like sweet things, cherries, candies, strawberries. Wine is also associated with Libra, and a dessert for the sign of Libra is strawberry shortcake. For the sign of Scorpio, they like to dine in an intimate place, a place that's private or quiet. If it's in a restaurant, dark wood booths, candles in red glass. And foods associated with Scorpio are blackberries, beans, sherry, burgundy, rum, coconut, prunes, dark chocolate, gumbo, liver, black pepper, and red curry. And a dessert for the sign of Scorpio, devil's food cake. For Sagittarius, they love international restaurants. They like to have an adventure while they're eating. So any food that is foreign to their experience or taps them into enjoying another culture will be exciting for them. Specific foods for Sagittarius: asparagus, chestnuts, figs, ginseng, jasmine, maple. Sagittarians really enjoy stir fries. And I would say a dessert for Sagittarius would be something very specific like maple ice cream. For Capricorn, they like traditional conservative dining, and many Capricorns I know are very frugal, and they enjoy the early bird specials. For Capricorn, foods are corned beef and cabbage, pickles, vinegar, lamb, anything to do with ice. And so any dessert that is connected or has ice in it will be working well and pleasing a Capricorn. Now, there are keyword phrases for each sign of the zodiac that includes things like foods and body parts and places and colors. And every sign in my research has specific foods that are related to them, except Aquarius, which I found very interesting. So what I'm going to talk about here for Aquarius, my personal experiences and observations from the Aquarians in my life. They would enjoy a restaurant that has some futuristic design or neon. They like odd and unique food combinations. So herein you'll also hear some of the desserts for Aquarius: chocolate and wasabi, green tea ice cream, and goat's milk yogurt. I know in Aquarius, in their refrigerator, they have sardines and hot sauce, and Aquarians like anything that is salty. For Pisces, I often recommend restaurants that are at the ocean or on a pier, or that have an aquarium or a large fish tank within the restaurant or dining area. And of course for Pisces, anything to do with fish. Sushi, fish and chips, but also seaweed and yeast and coffee and tea. And for Pisces, because they are the final sign of the zodiac and they've in effect gone through all the experiences of all the other signs, in speaking to Pisces about their favorite desserts, they often say they like a wide variety of desserts. I would just add to that, make it something that's sort of magical and fun and maybe even a bit of a fantasy, and that's something that Pisces will enjoy in their dining experience. So these are some basics: foods, restaurants, places, for the dining for each of the 12 astrological signs. And I hope I've inspired you to go out and eat. I hope I've also made you hungry to go out and eat. And again, I'll be posting more videos in the near future about other specific planetary activity through this historic year, and add how that relates to each specific astrological sign. I will also continue to add some of these fun and lighter segments. I look forward to talking with you more and helping each of you find those illuminating lights along the path of your soul's journey. Until then, sending my best thoughts to you with spirit and bright light.